Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Solent Youth Active. My name is Ross and today we are going to be looking at odd objects you can use and find around the house to exercise with. The whole idea of using objects around the house is that it doesn't cost anything. You need to be creative and think outside the box. I find that the kitchen is a great place to start. After a quick rummage around the kitchen, I've selected a few items that we're going to be using for today's exercises. Item 1, flour. Item 2, canned food. Item 3, a broom or a brush. Item 4, a backpack. Not so much an item, but we will be using the stairs also. Okay, so the idea behind the canned food is to do exercises such as bicep curls, to get huge muscles like Popeye. You can also do shoulder presses. Now, although these cans aren't heavy, the idea is to get your blood flowing and to get your muscles and joints moving to prevent any injuries or stop you being able to use them later on down the line. So the idea of your backpack is to fill it with as much things as you can find to add extra weight to it and then potentially do push-ups with. If you want it to look like you have lots of weight in there, but you actually don't, the best idea to do is stuff it with something fluffy, cushions, pillows, anything like that. The bag now looks full and heavy, but really it's not. Other items you can add to your bag to add extra weight could be sugar, flour, bricks from the garden. If you're to use bricks, I would advise wrapping them up in tea towels first. You can use milk if it's done up properly. You can use pans. You can use anything you like really. If you have a cat or a dog, you can even put them in the bag, as long as they can breathe. Then the idea is to put the backpack on and to do as many push-ups as you can. In my first video, we looked a little bit on squats, posture and form. We are now going to use a broom or a brush to go into a little bit more depth on how to perform a squat properly. So now we have the broom or the brush positioned onto the back. You're looking to have it placed just on your shoulder blades, squeezing shoulder blades together nice and tight. Next thing we're to look at is the positioning of the hands on the bar. We don't want our hands too close. Equally, we don't want them too wide. You sort of want them just outside shoulder width apart. Next thing we're looking at is the positioning of your elbows. So as you can see, elbows are facing directly down. We do not want to be in that position. Equally, we do not want the elbows pointing backwards. We're looking for ever so slightly off centre. The positioning of the hands and your arms during a back squat is important to keep your posture as it should. This prevents you from either leaning too far forward or too far backwards. Once we have our hands and arms in position correctly, we can then just slowly move down into a squat position. Remember, with a squat, only go as low as you feel comfortable with. And if you start to feel any aches or pains in your back, you're doing something wrong. Okay, so the next exercise is with the flour, and this is just for a bit of fun or competition. The idea for this is to hold the bag of sugar or flour out directly in front of you for as long as possible before you feel like you have to drop it. If you decide to take part in this and record your time, the winner will receive a prize. So actually, I will test this out first, and once I've completed it, I'll decide on the time that I think is fair for you guys to complete, and whoever finishes over that time, you will get a prize. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I managed to hold that for roughly 4 minutes. I think it's fair to say if anyone can hold it for 3 minutes or longer, will receive a prize. So you can use a bag of sugar, flour, anything similar to it. And remember, if you don't do it first time, you can try again and try to beat that time. I forgot to mention earlier, but another fantastic piece of equipment that's always lying around the house is a chair. This is, of course, providing your parents don't mind you stepping on their chairs. So what you should do is grab the chair and put it against a solid wall or an object that won't move. Then all we do is as follows. Remembering to change legs each time you step up. So again, the aim of that is to do as many reps as possible until your legs start to feel like they are on fire. We are now going to move over to the stairs. I'm not sure what exercise we're going to do on the stairs yet to make it safe, but I will think of something. The more I think about it, I don't think it's responsible for me to tell you to exercise on the stairs. So if you do want to use the stairs for any exercise, I would just recommend walking up and down it as many times as possible, maybe even skipping a step at a time to make it more difficult on your legs. So if you find all of these exercises super easy and you're feeling confident and a bit cocky, the next challenge will be to try and do a squat with an egg on your head without dropping it, like so. So that didn't go entirely to plan. The moral of that story is don't show off. So anyway guys, I hope this has been fun and you've learned to experiment with items you find around your house to exercise with. Remember, this doesn't cost anything unless you keep breaking eggs. Remember, exercise should be fun, you should enjoy it. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye bye.